Hello, I'm Dr. Nikki Kendall with Well Choices. Today we're going to be discussing how to manage your macros. We've all heard the phrase, you are what you eat. And the foods you eat contain a wide variety of nutrients, both essential and non-essential, as well as other substances that may affect your body's functions. Selection of wholesome natural foods will provide you with the proper amount of nutrients to optimize energy sources, to build and repair tissues, and to regulate body processes. The term essential nutrients describes nutrients that the body needs but can't produce at all or can't produce in adequate quantities. Essential nutrients must be obtained by the food that we eat. So what makes a nutrient essential? At least one specific biological function needs to be tied to that nutrient, and omission of that nutrient will cause a decline in that biological function. Now, when we replace that omitted nutrient, that biological function should return to normal levels. The human body requires substantial amounts of some nutrients, particularly those that may provide energy and support growth and development of the body. These nutrients are referred to as macronutrients because the daily requirement is usually greater than just a few grams. The acceptable macronutrient distribution range is defined as a range of intakes for a particular energy source that is associated with a reduced risk of chronic disease while providing adequate intake of essential nutrients. When looking at your overall day, 45 to 65% of your total calories should come from carbohydrates. 20 to 35% should come from fat, and 10 to 35% should come from protein. But let's start with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates represent one of the least expensive forms of calories, and that's why they're the major food supply for a vast majority of the world's people. 1 gram of carbohydrate contains approximately 4 calories. Complex carbohydrates are commonly known as starches and are generally formed when 3 or more glucose molecules combine. The vast majority of carbohydrates that exist in the plant world are these complex carbohydrates. In fact, the World Health Organization recommends 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day, but evidence shows upping that number to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables per day could reduce cardiovascular disease by 28%, reduce stroke by 33%, and reduce cancer by 13%. It may even prevent 7.5 million premature deaths globally. Now, we get our fiber from these complex carbohydrates. Fiber is a non-digestible substance, which means that they can't be digested or absorbed in the human small intestine. Dietary fiber, found mainly in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, are probably best known for their ability to prevent or relieve constipation. But foods containing fiber can provide other health benefits as well, such as helping to maintain a healthy weight and lowering your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and some types of cancers. For men over the age of 50, you're going to need at least 30 grams of fiber throughout the day. If you're under 50, we need to up that to 38 grams. Women over 50 need 21 grams of fiber throughout the day, and if you're under 50, up that to 25. A drastic reduction in our carbohydrate intake can cause side effects such as constipation, headache, muscle cramps, too. Severe carb restriction can cause your body to break down fat into ketones for energy. This is called ketosis. Ketosis can cause several side effects such as bad breath, headache, fatigue, and weakness. It is not clear what kind of possible long-term health risks are associated with the low-carb diet. Our restricting carbs in the long term may result in a vitamin and mineral deficiency, as well as gastrointestinal disturbances. Let's shift gears to protein. Protein is a complex chemical structure containing carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, just as carbohydrates and fat do, but protein have one other essential element, nitrogen, which constitutes about 16% of most dietary protein. These 4 elements combine into a number of different structures called amino acids. There are 20 amino acids, all of which can be combined in a variety of ways to form the proteins necessary for the structure and the functions of the human body. Proteins are created when at least 2 amino acids link and form a peptide bond. As more amino acids are added, a polypeptide is formed, and most proteins are polypeptides, combining up to 300 amino acids. Within these amino acids, 9 are considered essential, and these essential amino acids must be supplied from our diet. The other 11 amino acids are considered non-essential because our bodies can make them on our own. However, there are 2 or 3 non-essential amino acids that may become essential if our body doesn't produce enough in the right amount. In fact, the quality of a protein source is its expression of its ability to provide nitrogen and amino acid requirements for growth, maintenance, and repair. All natural, unprocessed animal and plant foods contain all 20 amino acids. However, the amount of each amino acid will vary depending on the food product. A lack of protein in your diet can lead to a wide range of side effects, but a true protein deficiency is rare in the average person living in the US or other developed countries that offer access to a variety of food sources. However, symptoms of low protein like weakness, fatigue, recurrent infections, thin brittle hair, and nails can occur. But getting too much protein is possible also. Most research indicates that eating more than 2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily can cause health problems such as intestinal discomfort, dehydration, unexplained exhaustion, nausea, irritability, and headache. Let's talk fat. The fat stored in your body represents usable energy. It insulates our body and supports our organs. The fat in our diet helps our body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, and it adds flavor and texture to foods. Now, fat is associated with being harmful. I too lived through the fat-free 90s, but the truth is humans need fat. It's a great source of energy, and it's a source of essential fatty acids that our bodies can't make. Fat is a component of cell walls. It insulates, supports, and protects our organs, and also is a way to absorb fat-soluble vitamins, which is vitamin A, D, E, and K. There are 9 calories per gram of fat, so it is our most concentrated source of energy. So let's talk about the different kinds of fat. Trans fats are produced during food processing. This is because trans fats keep food shelf stable. Any processed food made with partially hydrogenated oil contains trans fatty acids which raise cholesterol levels. Even if a food item says that it contains 0 grams of trans fats, always read the label and avoid food items that contain partially hydrogenated oil. This means there may be up to half a gram of trans fat per serving. Foods that contain these fats include margarine, vegetable shortening, cookies, crackers, pastries, and deep fried foods. Now, saturated fats come mainly from animal products, red meats, whole milk, cheeses, hot dogs, and lunch meats, but they can also be found in tropical oils such as coconut oil and palm oil. Now, these fats are usually solid at room temperature and can have negative health effects, which is why we recommend eating less than 20 grams per day. Saturated fat raises blood cholesterol level, specifically LDL cholesterol, which is our bad cholesterol. Again, this type of fat is found in large quantities in animal products, but again is also found in coconut oil, shortening, chocolate, and coconut. Unsaturated fat is found in foods that come from plant sources and are liquid at room temperature. These are considered heart-healthy fats as they improve blood cholesterol levels by raising our HDL cholesterol or good cholesterol. Unsaturated fats ease inflammation, stabilize heart rhythms, and play a number of other beneficial roles. If you are not getting enough fat in your diet, you may notice symptoms such as a dry rash, hair loss, a weaker immune system, or issues related to vitamin deficiencies. However, if you're eating too much fat, you could experience gas, bloating, and even diarrhea. When the fatty food you eat isn't absorbed properly, the colon will produce excess fluid, causing diarrhea. Eating too much fat could cause you to feel sluggish and tired throughout the day and lead to weight gain and restless sleep. Now, fat diets have grown in popularity in recent years, and this is due to the rise in obesity, social media use, and society's pressure to be thin. Fad diets are presented as a cure for quick weight loss and health changes. Most fad diets limit what you can eat and can harm your health. Now, fad diets aren't always easy to spot, and they can hide under false scientific claims. However, they are widely accepted by the general population. Now, if the diet seems too good to be true, it is likely a fad diet. Some fad diets call for low carbs, or extremely low fat, and or extremely high protein. Some promote high intake of a certain food, like grapefruit or celery juice. Others will focus on eliminating certain foods overall. Fad diets are often created by people with little knowledge on their long-term health effects. Fad diets can be harmful to your health. There is no research proving fad diets are safe in the long term. However, with a strong desire to improve health or lose weight, people often tend to engage in fad diets. To avoid the negative effects of fad dieting, a balanced, less restricted approach may be the most doable option. It is unlikely that an individual will never eat another piece of cake or have another piece of pizza again. So any fad diet that encourages complete avoidance of those food or others is not a good choice for most people. When searching for information to help you lose weight or improve your health, consult a trusted food and nutrition expert. Use resources provided by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics or other medical professional organizations or associations and government health agencies. A weight loss of 1 to 2 pounds per week is a healthy approach. Individuals who lose weight at this pace tend to keep the weight off long term and experience improvements in overall health. Remember, any diet that eliminates or significantly restricts any macronutrient is not a healthy diet and may lead to nutritional deficiencies, hair loss, muscle wasting, impaired bone health, and much more. Eating whole, healthy foods, having treats in moderation, and adding more activity to your life will go a long way towards helping you obtain and maintain a healthy lifestyle.